Good morning everyone. Today we will start unit number 2, single phase induction motor. In previous unit we already discussed three phase induction motor. Now in this chapter you will find the basic difference between three phase induction motor and single phase induction motor. Here is the figure diagram for single phase induction motor. One basic difference is capacitor is used in single phase induction motor. So let us discuss single phase induction motor. Here is the main two parts of single phase induction motor. One is called as stator and one other is called as rotor. Stator is used for stator winding. Single phase winding is used. The outer part of motor is known as yoke. The rotor used is the type of rotor used in a single phase induction motor is squirrel cage. In this squirrel cage, the specification of squirrel cage induction motor, the rotor is used has some specifications such as it has two end rings and they are shorted by the aluminum bars instead of windings. You have seen that three phase induction motor, but here is a difference in the rotor construction. Here is the rotor construction. Rotor bars are tilted. This type of construction is squirrel cage type. The winding is placed in the stator slots. Stator is made up of cast steel iron and has some stack lamination. Lamination is used to reduce hysteresis losses. Here is the diagram or the image for the single phase winding. Single phase winding is placed in a slots of stator. A copper winding is used in stator for stator winding. Here is a single phase supply diagram for single phase induction motor. Single phase AC supply is given to the stator bar and generation of north and south poles. Single phase stator winding creates magnetic field which links with the squirrel cage rotor, which generates EMF in squirrel cage rotor, due to which current start flowing in the rotor. But due to the generation of current, generation of torque is there, and due to which rotor starts rotating. Here is the single phase AC supply is given to the stator, so north and south pole are changed alternately. In positive half cycle the upper pole is north and downward pole is south, while in reverse direction or in second half of cycle, upper pole is become south and downward pole become north. The types of induction motors are depends upon the additional means the single phase induction motor. These additional means is are follows: split phase induction motor, capacitor start induction motor, capacitor start capacitor run induction motor, and permanent split capacitor motor, shaded pole induction motor. So let us start. Here is a diagram for split phase induction motor. Motor stator, there are two winding, mains winding and starting winding. Squirrel cage rotor is also represented. There is a one centrifugal switch to close or start the starting winding. Starting winding is run at the starting period, while as main winding is permanent winding. Starting winding is used to give a torque, as the single phase induction motor has zero starting torque. Centrifugal switch is automatically switched off when the motor is came in the running condition. So here is the first motor, split phase induction motor. In split phase induction motor is also known as resistance start motor. A squirrel cage induction motor Rotor is used in single phase induction motor. There are two windings, starting winding and main winding. Both the windings are displaced 90 degree in space. The main winding has very low resistance and high inductive reactance, whereas the starting winding has high resistance and low inductive reactance. A resistor is connected in series with the auxiliary winding. The current in the two windings are not equal. As the result, the rotating field is not uniform, hence the starting torque is small, of the order of 1.5 to 2 times of the starting running torque. At the starting of motor, both the windings are connected in parallel. As soon as the motor reaches the speed of about 70 to 80% of synchronous speed, the starting winding is disconnected automatically from the supply mains. If the motor are rated above 100 or more, a centrifugal switch is used to disconnect the starting winding, and for the smaller rating motor, a relay is used for the disconnecting of winding. A relay is connected in series with the main winding. At the starting, the heavy current flows in the circuit and the contact of relay gets closed. Thus, the starting winding is in the circuit. And as the motor attains the predetermined speed, the current in the relay starts decreasing. Therefore, relay opens and disconnects the auxiliary winding from the supply, making the motor runs on the main winding only. So, here is a split phase induction motor principle. In this video, today we will stop here. In next video, we will see another type of single phase induction motor. So, till goodbye.